Hey everyone, Technomentary here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix overheating on your iPhone by following these steps. So let's get started. Now, really simple, some of the really quick and easy fixes that if you have a heavy duty case, some of the bulkier case, they can actually trap the heat from your iPhone. So you want to remove them. Use a lighter case. That really helps. The other thing, you also want to make sure that you're not in direct sunlight. And the reason why that is when it's in direct sunlight, it actually impacts the battery, which makes the phone hotter and also turns up your brightness. So if your brightness is also turned up all the way, it's going to most likely cause your phone to feel like it's overheating or getting hot. So again, move away from that. Now, after you have done that, the next thing you want to consider is apps that you're using. There are apps that are quite intensive on your phone, depending on the model. If you're an older model, for example, some of the 3D graphic gaming are going to take a lot more basically power from your phone, which is going to feel like it's actually getting hot or overheating. Also, games like that are streaming apps as well. So if you're doing streaming, gaming, any apps that are pretty much heavy intensive are going to make your phone overheat. So if you can, I would say close it out, reopen it, or go ahead and just swipe up and see. And that's where it brings us to the next thing is if you go into your setting and then click on your battery, you can actually see apps here. I don't have any of usage for apps and how much battery they're consuming. So you can actually pinpoint exactly what is kind of could be causing that overheating, and you may need to consider stopping using them or just deleting them if you can. But if you can't, which brings us to the next thing, which is going to be another setting you want to check out, which is in the settings, you want to go to general and look for the option for background app refresh. So what background app refresh is that these apps can constantly run in the background even when you're not using them to pull data through your even Wi-Fi or cellular data. So what you want to do is if you're for sure that you don't need these apps running, you can just turn these off, and that's going to save you a lot of battery. And also additionally, it's going to ensure that the phone doesn't get hot from these apps that are running in the background that you may not be using, but they're constantly draining out your battery and getting it to overheat. Now, after you have done that, the next thing you want to do is go ahead into your setting, and this time we're going to go ahead and update our phone. So in our phone, we're going to go general, software update, and if there's an update to it. Sometimes when it comes to newer updates, especially when there's a major update in the software, like if you're jumping from one version to another new version, in the beginning the phone is going to feel like it's overheating because it is indexing still. So you do need to give it some time for it. So if it's a new update, let's say we were from iOS 18 to iOS 26, you just update it, give it a few days for it to kind of recalibrate or re-index, so that way it doesn't seem like it's overheating because it's doing a lot of stuff in the background to make sure your software runs smoothly. So that's one thing to mind. And then you want to always update to the latest version just to ensure that if there is a bug going on, Apple usually will address it and fix it on their software update. Now, after you have done that, the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is this final step, which is you're going to quickly press and release volume up, volume down, and then hold down this side button. So I'm going to do volume up, volume down, and then I'm going to hold down this side button here. And this is going to go ahead and do what's known as a forced restart, which shuts down the phone software completely and reloads the code to fix any software related issues. So I'm holding down the side button. Once I see the Apple logo, I let go. And the method again I did was quickly press and release volume up, volume down, and then hold down this side button. Go ahead and try it. Sometimes you need to try it a few times before it actually does it. This method is safe. It will not delete any of your data, so all of your photos, videos, apps will still be on your phone, but an important step to do. And finally, some other consideration you might want to think about when it comes to overheating or your charger. You want to make sure you're using an original charger, not any third party or charger that are damaged or broken, especially the cable and the block. Sometimes there are bad cables out there that can actually cause the phone to overheat because it's not charging it correctly. So use the real genuine original Apple charger. Additionally, another thing to always consider is your battery health. So in your setting, if you go to your battery and take a look at the battery health, you want to make sure it says normal and this capacity is at least 80% or more. If it says service needed or it's very low, you may need to consider replacing it, as the battery over time, if it degrades or is not healthy, it's going to feel like it's causing issues with overheating as well. And I hope this video was helpful, so please consider the like and subscribe button for more tips and tricks. We'll see you in the next one.